Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. This is your one and only Waka Waka Doctor, bringing you the best of migration all across the world. You know how we do it here. I want to say thank you for joining in this evening. Um, if you're here for the first time, I want to say welcome. I share how to move to different countries across the world on all my social media platforms. And if this is the first time of joining, you want to follow me, you want to subscribe because there's loads of opportunities that exist on this channel. Irrespective of the country you want to move to, whether it's through job opportunities or career or through academics, I've got a video for you that you can watch. Today, on this episode, we'll be talking about how to move to Germany and get paid. Yes, you can move to Germany and get paid apparently, and there's a way to do it. And just like I usually do in all my videos, I bring people with experience to come share. So it's not as if, oh, Waka Waka Doctor is the one giving us all this news and we don't know how to do it. So I've got someone who would share the information and help you if you're interested in making that move. So we always like to do it boom, boom, boom and go straight to the point. So I'm going to bring my guest for the day to come share this fantastic news as to how you can move to Germany and get paid. Germany is one of the high ranking countries in the world. It's a tier one country, ranks just as well as the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom and all the other powerhouses. Language will definitely not be an issue because yes, you might need to learn German a bit, but it's good news if I tell you that in Germany, English is widely spoken, so you would survive with with English. So let me bring up my guest straight away and we can get this done, yeah, right now so we can get this party started. We want to go to Germany. Germany is the way to go. Hello, how are you doing, sir? Can you hear me?
Good.
Yeah,
How's it
man,
going?
you're smiling.
Okay, that one definitely
How,
got me smiling.
how are you
How's it going?
doing? It's great to
Good.
see you. Good to see you.
Good
Thank
to
you
you.
very much for joining me on this episode. And
Oh,
we
yes.
decided to choose this topic as to how to move to Germany and
Mm,
get paid. When we chose this topic, I was like, okay. I know Germany is one of the countries you can move to for free. And so moving to Germany and still getting paid, that must be, fantastic. And we also talked
mm,
about the fact that one of the problems people, especially in West Africa, are facing at the moment is with this backlog, with German appointments. And you said there's something that can be done about that. So I'm very intrigued, to hear from you and hear about you.
mm,
I've heard about your reputation as well.
mm,
And so I understand that the news that you're going to be sharing today will be a fantastic one for everyone to watch and
mm.
listen. So I have my pen here, so I'm going to be doing a lot of listening and jotting. I'm going to be doing a lot of listening and jotting. So over
Mm,
to you. Tell us, who you are, what you do, and
mm.
then we move on to Germany because that's where we want to move now. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the audience. So, my name is Damola, AOC Schengen, and popularly known as AOC or Nothing. And majorly we deal with the Schengen region. I really focus on the Schengen region because that's the area of specialty for us. Long time ago I studied here. I keep saying long time ago. It's not so long ago. 7 years now. I studied here, did my master's degree here, and I I've really fallen in love with the system. I decided to share my own part of it too. You understand? So I got the opportunity to even when I got here as a student, I started working immediately 6 months after I got a working student job. I didn't even have to do odd. You can always do one or two odd, but the question is, don't stay in it. That's what I always say. I always had that mentality. Don't stay in it, because when you get here, you're in a land of opportunities. You have to you have to reach for the real
For the top.
opportunity, not low hanging fruit. Do you understand? So you as a person now, I just got here. did my thing. 6 months after, got working student job. I was like, is this country like this? You understand? Started pushing. Graduated from school, finished, got internships. You understand? Started working with Airbus because I did aviation for my master's degree here in Germany in a private school. Then after that, started working with schools. Then I started being a recruiter for schools. Then I fell in love with it because I was helping students to get study here. You will not believe it. Take it back as at 2013. If you typed on YouTube, study in Germany, I swear you will not see any information. It was that difficult when we were coming. So I was like, all that pain that I went through, all the mistakes that we have learned, people should not go through it. I delved into that field. Then schools here, private schools, maybe you find 2 Nigerians, 1 Kenyan, 1 Zimbabwe. Do you understand? So when we started pushing, got employed with the school, started traveling to Africa, coming to my country as an expatriate. Do you understand? Coming back home to get students, to talk to everything. Then it all got more interesting, got very good at job. Another school came to even poach me again from there. So that time, I was there, Olumide was there, Lavin was there. Only 3 of us, like they were in different schools. So CBS, EU, and IUBH for me. So only 3 of us, but I was the Nigerian that was really pushing. So I started that whole studying Germany. They were like, hey, Germany, are you sure they're not shooting people there? Or the World War? I didn't know I was there. So we started pushing market. Then after a while, set up my own thing here. Started that whole thing, and it has just been like that from there.
Damola, a few people are complaining that they cannot hear you because of your AirPods. Yeah, so. All right. So,
that thing, is it better now?
Yes, fantastic. It's much better now. So I know that Germany is one of the countries where tuition is free.
And even, that Schengen, the H is not there.
Okay. So yeah, it's AOC
GEN, yes.
Yeah, ENGEN.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Fantastic. Yeah, AOC Schengen. All right. That's AOCSCHENGEN. That's fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
So how can people make the move to Germany? And when you say they get paid even after the move, what do you mean? And what's the process like?
Okay, so let me break down the German educational system to you. There's the private school. Let's even start from the top. There is the academic pathway, which is the university pathway, which is divided into public school, private schools. Do you understand? So private schools, the education is faster. You study in English. The barriers to entry can be lower sometimes, depending on the curriculum that the schools are running. Because there are some different types of schools in Germany. They are running the German curriculum, they are running the British curriculum, they are running the Spanish curriculum, they are running the Italian curriculum, depending on the school. Do you understand that they are running? That's why some schools will say we accept HND. A pure German school never accept HND. Because it's not in the constitution for you to do that. Do you understand? Then now, and those are the ones that don't. They said you can come and start 100 level directly, and there are some now that the pure German schools, you have to do A levels before you come again. So now that's the academic part. Now, when it now comes to the Ausbildung part, that is the work and study option. March 1st, 2020. That's when they just opened it to foreigners, meaning that learn the language, come and study practically here, and you earn while you study. It's called Ausbildung.
It's called what?
Ausbildung.
Okay.
So there's the Ausbildung and there's the Dual Studium. So what it means that Ausbildung is like a vocational school, but if you take it back in the olden days, you know how strong vocational schools were, even in Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's no more again. But in Germany, that's the backbone of the economy. That's why they are so strong when it comes to handwork. If you want to be a painter in Germany, you must go to school for 3 years or 2 years. If you want to be doing hair, you must go. That's where you come out with your Meister. Do you understand? If you want to go for nursing, they will prefer for you to go to the school of nursing. They don't expect that I'm a nurse and I'm reading textbook to give you injection. It is practical. That's why they are so good. For the first time ever, you can never say, I'm a fresh graduate with 3 years experience because you have been working and studying at the same time. Meaning that you do 3 months school, 3 months work, 3 months school, 3 months work, 3 months school, 3 months work. I'll pick this nursing for example now. You know, there's some countries like the UK that are very familiar of come and become assistants, what they call it, caregiver.
Caregiver.
A caregiver is not a medical person. I'm sure you are a doctor, you understand what I'm trying to say. But people mistake that thing because there's caregiver, there's assistant nurse, and there's nurse. Now, you can start administering drugs or start administering things as a nurse in Germany or under the instruction of a doctor.
Yeah.
But in Germany, the thing about it is that when you're sick here, you don't even go to the hospital. You go to the house arts. I don't know. It's like house doctor. Do you understand?
Like
Because that you have a very serious case. You know, when I was still JJC here, sometimes I was having a little headache and I went to hospital. They were like, "What's the emergency?" Because you only go to hospitals for emergencies here. So nurses are the ones that take care of the kids. There's nursing for kids and there's nursing for old people. But just last year, they changed it to make it general. So what happens now? You as a person in Nigeria, you can come, learn your language to a certain level, have interest, have your WAEC. You have to get a hospital here that will pick you. When you get the hospital, you have to get a school also. Do you understand? And the good thing about it is that we have mastered the way so much that we are going to get you a scholarship on the school fees. The government pays about 8,000 to 10,000 euros of your school fees every year. So they're investing in you because there's a demand or shortage of nurses here. So they invest in you as a foreigner without knowing you. Even your federal government has not done that for you, just because you learn their language. So it's because you learn their language, they pay your school fees, and you earn a minimum salary of at least 1,100 euros per month as a student, just starting from the beginning. Then in your nursing school, they teach you the geriatry and pediatry. What's that in English? Okay, that is like
old age and children.
Exactly. They pick the two. Then you must touch the mental hospital. You must touch ambulance flag. That's ambulance nursing. You touch a 360. Then you will now be a state registered nurse. As a state registered nurse, when you now graduate from school in 3 years, you can now decide that, okay, I want to focus on any of the two, or I want to make sure that I go and work somewhere else. Because in Germany, they pay, it depends. Bavaria now, they pay about 3,500 euros per month for a nurse as your salary when you finish. Then Luxembourg has started stealing nurses here because those ones they will pay 6K, 5K. You slam it on
Luxembourg, yes.
Do you understand? So with that nursing program now, you can never go wrong because you just learn the language, you got a scholarship, you paid your school fees. After paying your school fees, you are working and studying. Your employer that has been paying you salary since this thing, do you think he will want to lose you when you're about to finish school? He will tell you that come and stay. And in Germany, when you stay, you have your unbefristet Vertrag. That is your unlimited working contract. You can access your permanent residency. And in Germany, in 7 years, you can have your passport directly without even doing any funny thing. Well, first-hand experience. 7.
So the only hurdle here would be that you need some form of language. You need to learn the language.
Will you call it a hurdle? Because all my life I've been speaking English. My colonial masters came, made me speak English. Now they are telling me to pay to show that I'm colonized properly by writing IELTS, going for IELTS class. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Because with German, don't forget that if you do the mistake of learning German, I said the mistake because you can go to Germany, you can work in Luxembourg,
Belgium,
Austria, Belgium. Do you understand? You can work
Holland,
in Switzerland.
Holland. Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Even so, you as a person now, do you understand? You have that exposure to yourself, and that's one thing kids here do. When you're a kid here, you learn other languages. It's a must. You must learn Spanish. It's a must. You must learn another person's language in the EU, and that is what brings out about exposure. So you know your 2-1 and 2-2. That's your secret key here, language. If you can actually interact, they didn't say get it to the highest level. Pick it to a certain level that makes it work for yourself.
Wow. Okay, so I'm assuming that you don't need the highest form of German. You probably just need medium level, right?
This is the difference between internet research and this thing. The internet will tell you B1. And this is why I laugh when people say DYI. you go and DIY yourself, you understand, online. Because these are you waste money and you go to different places and do everything. They will say B1, but I'll say from B2, C1. And there are different kinds of, there's A1, A2, B1, B2, C1. There's even C2. Do you understand? That one, you're like a black belt of German. Do you understand? So, but I'll say B2, but not just ordinary B2. B2 in that profession. They'll say B2, Beruf, house building, like you speaking Pflege, you're speaking nursing vocabulary of that B2. So you will not have a gap. And that's the good thing I always laugh when people say there's Goethe. Goethe is cheap. Language is expensive abroad. Even me, when I learned German here, I paid thousands of euros for that. Because German is not cheap inside here, unless you go to somewhere like Volkshochschule, which they do one level for like 4 months. Do you understand? Just like Goethe in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Goethe in Nigeria is very good, but they do sometimes maybe 3 months for one level. A pathway college that is a very strong one, that you have the German curriculum, they do 1.5 months. So all that transport money they have been using to go up and down, then you're not learning from a native speaker. I'm Yoruba, so I can diss Yoruba. You speak Yoruba German. Do you understand? So if the foundation is wrong, do you understand? Something goes wrong in there. So language is key, but the proper language also. And B2 in that specific field.
In that specific field. Okay, so what are the documents people need to get ready if they want to make this move to Germany and they want to get paid, as we've made the topic? What are the documents they need to have at hand? And tell us a little bit about the process and how they can get going with it.
Okay, so basically they have to learn the German language. So what we have even done is that we're getting a license so they can always go to any place, but I've told you where the gap is. Do you understand? Because some people came from different languages schools, came to us later. We enrolled them in our school because we have partners that they can conduct these things online, and they saw the gap because the native speaker are speaking to them. So what do they need now? They need German, first of all. If you have learned to a certain level, I applaud you. Do you understand? But you cannot sit down at home and say you want to learn from Duolingo or anything. This is a serious thing. Do you understand? So enroll in a proper German school, or you can go with the provisions that we have with super intensive. So what we've even done now is that the first 2 levels, we've gotten a way that you can learn it. You can learn all the levels online, which some people have done and gone. Or if you say online is my problem, you can actually come around to the office and have the first 2 levels in the office. Do you understand? Then at the B1 level, when there's a certain number of guys, we arrange for somebody to come from Germany, or they continue online. We have a way of making it smooth. So that language is gotten. Now, we've made that provision of saying a lot of people have to write the exams from Goethe. But if they don't write the exam from Goethe, we have a way of them writing exams from somebody coming, and the second certificate is still recognized because it's coming from Germany.
Okay.
Then they need to have their WAEC. At least, do you understand? Have your math, your English, you understand. 1 science subject is okay. If you don't have science subjects, then you must be super motivated. It's possible. Ideally, you should, if you are coming from Nigeria, house building program from anywhere, you don't have to be, there's no age barrier. But I always tell people, the person that is telling you that your sister is a nurse and everything is the person in Nigeria or is abroad, because the information from Nigeria is different from everywhere else. So if you are from Nigeria, I would say be 25 to 28, then it starts becoming, do you understand? I will look at the situation for them. Then part of the requirement that is not on paper, have a strong mind. You understand? You're going to be in a new environment. You're going to be around good people. Do you understand? But it's a new environment for you. It's a new life. That's basically it. So your WAEC, your language, and your age.
Okay. Let me ask a couple of questions here. What about if I don't have WAEC and what I have is NECO?
It's possible.
And what if I already, NECO is accepted?
Yes.
Okay. What if I already have a bachelor's degree?
Vivian just left. She has a bachelor's degree in biochemistry or something like that. She has gone. She's there. We took the first set. They have gone.
Okay. So that's even good. So what are the courses? I mean, are there a lot of courses that people can come do? You've talked about building and construction, nursing. What other kind of courses?
This thing is so new. When our first set went there, when they went to the German embassy in Nigeria, They were like, "Eh, what?" So there's no specific visa category. It is hidden within hidden. Do you understand? And back to your question now is that we just started accumulating people to start working with. So we have secured the medical line now. Physiotherapy, midwifery, surgery, which is a big thing already because Germans have fear of the unknown, and like any other person, one man bear. Do you understand? So as you think that they are hard like this, one man bear because Nigerians have shown them to. Do you understand? Hence them locking that embassy gates because some people will just come here as students, go to public schools, repeat, keep pushing, look for one fat man to marry, and after that they will not go to school again and start collecting government money. So Nigerians were the highest number of immigrants and also the highest number of dropouts. Hence that whole lock. Kenyan students in 3 weeks they will get their appointments.
Okay.
It's not everywhere. It's just Nigeria and some other countries. Even Ghana beside us, they don't have that problem.
So are you able to, circumvent that bottleneck of getting visa appointments?
This route is now still fresh. Do you understand? So before Odobaje, people are still going if they learn the language, but they will see a high level of motivation because your German would have been good, would have prepared you, you would have had everything before you go to the interview. Do you understand? So now they are okay. Do you get? Now they are okay with it because that's why they opened it to first class. Okay, for you to be first class and not have sense. Do you understand? They are highly educated. Do you understand? And disciplined. So maybe you can be in an environment. That's hence that category. So, but to circumvent now is only through this house building program. So,
Okay.
and if you actually get it, it will shock you. You will not believe that because we attack it from here. We got lawyers involved. I got the school involved. You will not believe that in this same Nigeria for this house building, it took us about 3 months to get an appointment.
Wow.
The same 1 year. Because when their contracts were ready and everything, when you had the right requirements, you fired the embassy in the right way. And as a business owner here, there's some things you can write that, do you understand? Do this, do that, do this. And they give them. And they don't have wahala.
Okay. So how can people reach out to you if they want to, follow this line and, get to...
It's very simple. They just go to AOC Schengen, follow. Just go to my bio, click the link in bio, finish. Somebody will answer them immediately. They just book an appointment immediately. Somebody will get to them.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, you can hear that. So all you need to do is follow AOC Schengen. I've just pinned it. It's AOCSCHENGEN. And all you do is click on the link in their bio. They are on Instagram, so you can click the link on their bio, follow them, and then someone will be there to attend to you straight away. So if you do this, vocational school stuff, you're able to circumvent the issues of visa appointments at the moment. And, if it's healthcare, construction, those courses around arts and craft, handiwork.
Yes, anything that has to do with your hand, like anything that has to do with brain and hand, you understand? Majorly, we're specializing in the nursing part because we don't like to touch what we cannot do.
What you cannot do.
There's a whole, I just broke it down to this thing. There's a whole lot of bureaucracy. Do you understand? There's a whole lot of bureaucracy. And majorly,
Are people already disturbing you?
No. Somebody was even calling my line directly. I have to just even.
Okay.
So basically,
okay. So
I always say something.
guys,
yeah. No, go ahead.
So
please.
guys, you need to get some form of the language, and AOC Schengen can help you with the language. You need to get your YX certificate ready. Even if you have a BSc, bachelor's degree, it's still helpful. And of course, you need to be very motivated, they've said. So if you've got further questions, what I'm going to be employing you to do is send a DM, or you follow AOC Schengen, AOCSCHENGEN. Go on their bio on Instagram, click on the link and send a message, and there'll be someone to accept you. Is HND also accepted? Higher National Diploma, is it accepted?
I mean, it doesn't make a difference. It's your work will make that. HND doesn't have any relevance. I'm sorry. Do you understand? It's like it's there. It's like this post-study, what they call that in Nigeria?
PGD, postgraduate.
That's
diploma.
That, I don't understand. Do you understand? I don't understand that thing. It doesn't have any relevance. It's just there. And for the
And
language, huh? And for the
yes,
language, sorry?
people are asking to say that what if they are in another country, not just Nigeria, if they are in a
Oh,
francophone country, any
no,
country, and they can reach out to you.
yeah, we have students. We have other African countries that we deal with. We have students from Kenya. We have students from Senegal. We have students from Ivory Coast, or what they call this place. Yes, a lot of other students. You understand from there.
Okay.
The thing is that they should put it in mind. Nothing goes for nothing. They have to invest in their language school. The schools there, they have a reason why. Those schools don't charge less than 10K for their school fees for language school because it is super intensive. They can't spend less than 10K euros. And look at it that the school is doing super intensive, 3 months per level. In 9 months, they'll squeeze all the stuff for you, and you're going to get accredited degrees from there. Do you understand? So it's not about cheap. Do you understand? It's a matter of that they have to invest in their language school and motivate them. So, and all those people that will say, oh, can I come first and do this thing and leave? When you get here, it's me that will first report you so that they will take you to the airport and I'll escort you and they will bring you back. Do you understand? It's true. So,
Yeah.
because I like to manage people's expectations from the onset. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because, yes, they are paying for you and everything, but don't expect that you're not going to invest. Nothing goes for nothing in this life.
Nothing goes for nothing. That's true. That's true. And are people able to move with family?
No, wait now. They have paid your school fees first. Get there first, settle down,
Get there first.
get your job, apply for family reunion visa. Do you understand? It's places like Sweden that you can go together. Do you understand? Finland or whatever. But I laughed when I saw somebody. They'll say, "I want to go with family." You now tell them that with your family, you need to show bank statements, and sometimes you can run up to 30 million, 40 million. Be like, where do you want to see this money? Are you? Am I the embassy? I'm not.
Something happened on my Instagram feed today where someone was, accusing and abusing that, she wants to move with family and they told her to show, a bank statement of 50 million. Of course, if you have to show proof that you will take care of your whole family and need.
So you will not
They
be
need
like
to see
them. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, and people know, one thing about these countries is that the whole world is watching us now. You don't even, I'm at different parts of the world in the airport. Somebody will just recognize you. How far? Do you understand? If you placate people, it's a different thing. So we always, you understand? We're always very distinct and you tell you the truth. What it is, it is. But this is why some people fall from different schemes. You tell them that you can move your family and just bring 7 million naira or 2 million naira.
Exactly. And
later they're like, hey, they took my money. You took your own money. How much is Babcock now? How much is Covenant that you want to travel abroad? Do you understand? So they should pay for their language schools cannot go less than 10K and above. It depends. Then their motivation is the most important thing. Do you understand? So that the government, because whatever money you invest, they are paying you salary already. They don't know you from anywhere. You are not part of their generation. No African has done that for his African citizens, talkless of his neighbors. You are from a different continent. They are doing this for you. Invest in language and this. In fact, apart from that, even in that language now, you know that when you graduate from school, there's a sort of job search visa. You can actually come to Germany to look for a job.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If you're a university graduate, you learn the language, you can apply directly for a job. Nobody can promise you a job. Apply directly. It's possible that you can get the job. So opportunities are. Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's it. If you're interested in vocational studies, you're interested in nursing, you can move to Germany and get paid. And where you need to start is to go to this Instagram page. It's called AOC Schengen, AOCSCHENGEN. Make sure you follow them. Then you click on the link in the bio and send a DM to make your inquiries. You only need your WAEC. Even if you have a bachelor's, it works. If you have an HND, it works. You need a high level of motivation. And of course, you need to learn the language, which they would arrange for you. So if you're interested in moving to Germany, I've always said travel is an investment. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your future. Think about your future generations. Think about your children unborn. You're investing in them. Yeah, you're investing in them. So if someone is saying pay 10,000 euros to learn the language, move to Germany, start the schooling, learn the language, get a job that will be paying you back. I think that it's worth it. It's
And
worth it.
they pay to the school directly. Do you understand? If the school is telling them you should pay that, you understand? It's not anybody's fault. Whatever
Yeah,
the
you're paying to the school directly, so don't think somebody's taking your money.
they should pay me 10K. I will give them the good service. I want to come and massage.
You're paying to the school directly. You're paying to the school directly. Look, thank you very much for coming. Is there anything else you want to share before we go?
I mean, basically, the only thing is that people should always just, like you said, studying abroad is an investment. And that's why I had to come up with terminologies of tier one, tier two, tier three. You understand? You can't go to a tier three country, which is like your neighboring country, and expect that you get the values of tier one. Do you understand? So this study abroad thing, if you know that you really want to hit it high, save till you can get it, or don't do anything at all. Use that money for business in Nigeria or something else. That's business.
Fantastic. Look, it's been a pleasure having you.
All right.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
I will put this video on my feed so that people can watch whenever they have the opportunity to. AOC Schengen is where you want to go to. Send them a DM, follow them, AOCSCHENGEN. And of course, have a link on their bio as well that you can click and make inquiries and book appointments with them. Thank you very much. Good evening. Cheers.
All right. All right, then. Take care. Bye.